In today's video, we're unboxing the Brother DCP-L2640W laser printer. This laser printer has about 250 sheet tray capacity, a manual feed, and a replacement toner cartridge that'll handle pretty large volumes. It's a multi-function printer with print, copy, and scan. Prints up to 36 pages per minute, two-sided if needed. It's wireless and Ethernet interfaces. And all in all, a good printer. It's replacing a printer we used to have, the 2690. So this is the 2640. The 2690 is well over 10 years old, and it's finally gave way. There's a printer cable that's not included. This is worth noting. The printer cable from my last printer is available, but we intend to print just with Wi-Fi, so this should be okay. So let's take a look at the rest of the box, about disposing the box, etc., and let's get down to opening it up. And here there are instructions that show how the printer is packed in there. Different cartridges, different components. Let's pull those out. And here's the printer cartridge. We'll put that aside. And some instructions over here. Let's unpack this now. Here's the power cable. We'll drop that down for now. And let's remove the printer from the plastic wrap. Strip the instructions off. And here's the printer. And there's the cable, power cable underneath it. And here's the printer cartridge. We'll unbox that later. First, let's take a look at the power cord. Yeah, and here's the power cord. We'll put that down. And then let's go ahead and remove some of these stickies that are holding the printer together. There's a number of them, so we'll fast forward through that. And then let's move this over to the side so we can see what the panel looks like. Here's the glass panel for the copier. Remove the cover. I see a little more tape on this printer right here. Let's remove these tape pieces. And here's the paper feeder and the paper tray. It's an adjustable paper tray for different size papers. As we flip this around, we can see that that's the scan and copy section. And then on the back, there's another paper feeder if you're using extremely large paper sheets. Let's fast forward here through the cable and then connect that up. We connect the power cable right here. And let's look at that printer cartridge again. It will go right here into a slot that's available there. Let's remove some more tape. And that's where the printer cartridge will go. So let's next unwrap the printer cartridge and fast forward through that. Remove the plastic cover. And then when you look at it, the gray piece is the ink cartridge. That piece here. The remainder is the drum. The drum has a much longer life than the print cartridge, but they both need to be replaced from time to time. Then we slide this bar over here to mix up the ink cartridge. and then slide it into the printer. Now it's time to plug it in and see how it works. Here it's plugged in and it's powered up, and we can hear it powering up. Now that it's powered up, we look at this screen here, the menu button here, and these up and down arrows to see what's available. So let's do the menu first. The first is general setup. We select OK. We get to do a tray setting, an ecology setting, an LCD contrast, replace toner message, and that's all. Next one, back up and down one. Number 2 is copy. And let's go up to the next one. Number 3 is the printer. Let's look at what's available on the printer. OK. Emulation, resolution, density, print settings, print options, two-sided, auto continue, paper type, paper size, copies, orientation, print position, auto force feed, HP LaserJet, and Brother Script 3, PDF, and printer reset. Let's go back and let's look at what's next. 3 was printer. 4 is the network. So on the network, let's select that and see wired LAN. So if you have a wire which doesn't come with the printer, but I have one from a previous printer, you can wire it. Wi-Fi LAN, Wi-Fi Direct, web-based management, global detect, network reset. And so we'll go ahead and try and set up the Wi-Fi. So let's go ahead and say OK to, it says find the network, OK, and it's searching for an SSID right now. It's not found one. Let's try that again. Find the network. We hit the Wi-Fi button. And it's found my network, so we'll say OK. Now it needs the key, so I need to go get the password and enter that. Entering this password may seem a little confusing. So let's try and do up or down. And you cursor down, and it says here's your first character. So we click through till we find the character we want. Now these are the uppercase characters, and then you go to the lowercase characters. Once you find the character you want, press OK, and then you move on to the next one. And this will take a while, so we'll come back, and once I've entered the password, we'll move forward. Once you've entered the code and you press OK, it says apply settings, yes or no. Yes is the up arrow. So let's go ahead and hit yes, and it's connecting to the wireless LAN. Let's see if the connection is successful. It says connected, press OK, and so press OK, and we're connected. Now, to see whether we can actually print to it, let's find something. Here we are back at the printer, and we've inserted some paper here, some 8.5 by 11. And now we go to our computer. I'm going to a Mac, settings, and select printers and scanners. I've locked off some personal information there. And it pops up that the old printer is showing the L2640DW. Here it is. But again, we're not seeing the new printer. So what we need to do is go back and add a printer right here. And it finds the 2640. So we select that and add it. And it's adding. And now it looks like the printer is added and the old printer is still there. So let's select that printer and remove it. So the old print is gone, and now we have the 2640 and only the 2640. Now, even though there's only one printer, we'll make that a default printer. And a step right here, we'll click that, and there's a scanner option here, a print queue view, and options and supplies. We'll go down here and set default printer. So this becomes our default printer from this point on. Select done. Now we've opened a file that we want to print. Here's a sample file. We go File and Print, and it pops up the DCP-2640. We can see it's 2 pages, all 2 pages, and it's double-sided. It's turned on for the printing, and you could scale to print if you wanted to. You could adjust the layout, how many sheets per page, etc. Could look at paper handling. And there is also a watermark option, which we can look at here. We can go ahead and apply a watermark if you wanted to each page. This is a nice feature. Then, of course, there's the printer info that shows us it's a 2640 Brother DCP. And it's time to then go ahead and confirm that it's double-sided, which is my default setting. And then it's time to go ahead and print it. Click Print, and off to the printer, and we'll watch whether it comes out. And it looks like it's printing. It's printing double-sided. And here it is, the sample file that we had on the screen. Now to copy, we open the lid, we slide the paper right in there, and then hit the start button. And there's the copy. It copied the page that was facing down. And to scan, you log in from your computer or your other device and select Scan, and that's all it takes. I hope that helps. Thank you so much for watching.